3439. Thunderstorms which generally produce the most intense hazard to aircraft are A. Squall line thunderstorms. B. Steady-state thunderstorms. C. Warm front thunderstorms. The correct answer is A. Thunderstorms that generally produce the most intense hazard to aircraft are squall line thunderstorms. A squall line is a line of thunderstorms that forms ahead of a cold front or a low-pressure system. These thunderstorms are typically long and can extend for hundreds of miles. They are known for their intense and widespread severe weather conditions. Squall line thunderstorms often exhibit strong, gusty winds, heavy rain, frequent lightning, and the potential for tornadoes. They can produce a significant amount of turbulence, making them particularly hazardous for aircraft. The strong and unpredictable wind shear associated with squall lines can pose a significant challenge to pilots, as it can cause sudden changes in airspeed and altitude. Steady-state thunderstorms, on the other hand, refer to individual thunderstorms that maintain their intensity for a longer duration. While they can still be hazardous to aircraft, they generally do not exhibit the same level of widespread severe weather as squall line thunderstorms. Warm front thunderstorms occur along the leading edge of a warm front and are typically characterized by more stable atmospheric conditions. Although they can produce precipitation and lightning, they are generally less intense and pose a lower hazard to aircraft compared to squall line thunderstorms. 3521. The mature stage of a thunderstorm begins with A. Formation of the anvil top. B. The start of precipitation. C. Continuous downdrafts. The correct answer is B. The mature stage of a thunderstorm begins with the start of precipitation. During the initial stage of a thunderstorm, known as the cumulus stage, updrafts of warm, moist air begin to rise, forming cumulus clouds. As the storm continues to develop, the updrafts strengthen, drawing more moisture and creating a towering cumulus cloud. Once the mature stage is reached, the updrafts are at their strongest, and the cloud reaches its maximum vertical development. This is when precipitation starts to fall from the cloud in the form of rain, hail, or both. The mature stage is characterized by both updrafts and downdrafts within the storm system. The downdrafts in the mature stage of a thunderstorm are the result of sinking air within the storm, driven by the cool, dense air associated with the falling precipitation. These downdrafts can produce strong and gusty winds, as well as heavy rain, creating challenging conditions for aviation. While the formation of an anvil top is a characteristic feature of a mature thunderstorm, it typically occurs slightly later in the mature stage. The anvil top is formed when the updrafts of the storm encounter a stable layer of the atmosphere and spread out horizontally. 3440. A nonfrontal, narrow band of active thunderstorms that often develop ahead of a cold front is known as A. Prefrontal system. B. Squall line. C. Dry line. The correct answer is B. A nonfrontal, narrow band of active thunderstorms that often develop ahead of a cold front is known as a squall line. A squall line is a line of thunderstorms that forms along or ahead of a cold front. It is typically a long and narrow band of storms that extends for many miles. Squall lines are often associated with severe weather, including intense thunderstorms, heavy rain, strong winds, and sometimes hail. These thunderstorms in a squall line are often organized in a linear fashion, with individual storms forming a continuous line or arc. The storms within a squall line can be intense and may exhibit rapid development and movement. Squall lines are known for their potential to produce damaging wind gusts, heavy rain, and frequent lightning. They can pose a significant hazard to aviation due to the turbulent and rapidly changing weather conditions associated with them. 3441. If there is thunderstorm activity in the vicinity of an airport at which you plan to land, which hazardous atmospheric phenomenon might be expected on the landing approach? A. Precipitation static. B. Wind shear turbulence. C. Steady rain. The correct answer is B. If there is thunderstorm activity in the vicinity of an airport at which you plan to land, one hazardous atmospheric phenomenon that might be expected on the landing approach is wind shear turbulence. Thunderstorms are often accompanied by rapidly changing and gusty winds, which can result in wind shear. Wind shear refers to a sudden change in wind speed or direction over a short distance. It can occur at different altitudes and can be particularly dangerous during takeoff and landing. During the landing approach, encountering wind shear turbulence can cause abrupt changes in airspeed, altitude, and the aircraft's handling characteristics. It can lead to sudden variations in lift and potentially result in a loss of control or difficulty in maintaining a stable approach and landing. Pilots are trained to be aware of and respond appropriately to wind shear conditions, especially in the vicinity of thunderstorms. They rely on weather reports, radar, and communication with air traffic control to gather information about wind shear and adjust their approach and landing procedures accordingly. 3452. Which weather phenomenon is always associated with a thunderstorm? A. Lightning. B. Heavy rain. C. Hail. The correct answer is A. The weather phenomenon that is always associated with a thunderstorm is lightning. Lightning is a natural electrical discharge that occurs within a thunderstorm. It is caused by the separation of positive and negative charges within the storm clouds, creating an electrical potential difference. When this electrical potential difference becomes strong enough, it is discharged in the form of a lightning bolt. Lightning is often accompanied by thunder, which is the sound produced by the rapid expansion and contraction of air surrounding the lightning bolt. The intense heat generated by lightning also leads to the rapid expansion of air, resulting in the characteristic thunderclap. While heavy rain and hail can occur in thunderstorms, they are not always present. Thunderstorms can vary in intensity and characteristics, but lightning is a constant feature. It is a result of the electrical activity within the storm and serves as a defining characteristic of a thunderstorm.